Well, I suppose it's a rare sighting. A Fender Strat on Triple G's Gear Chat channel. Well, we're going to talk about it today. Roll that intro.
Hey guys, this is Gus G and you're watching Guitar Gear Guy. Thank you for tuning in.
This is yours truly, Triple G, coming at you once again. It's like the third video I'm making in a week, where I took the entire 2019. I made like 3 videos. So what'd you think? How did it sound? So today I'm showing you a 2019 American Ultra Strat Stratocaster in what they call Texas T. So let's just show you a little bit. There's like a gold logo and traditional headstock. I'm a big fan of a non-70s headstock, the smaller kind. You have the maple fretboard with the skunk stripe on the back, and the same color guard. The cavity cover is basically the same color that you're going to see on the pickguard up front. And you have the Fender Noiseless Gen 5 single coil here at the neck, middle, and Schaubucker in zebra finish right here at the bridge. And it has the S1 switching right here on the volume, which I'll go over in just a sec. I actually love the Texas T finish that they have in the Telecaster, which has the silver kind of a color versus the gold kind of deal right here on my Strat. So speaking of the pickguard, I'm gonna try to take it up here. The pickguard does, let me get it in the right. Yeah, so the pickguard right there, if you see from playing, it's picking up a ton of scratches right there. I don't know if you can see, but unlike a plastic guard, this metal brushed metal type of pickguard is gonna show a lot of scratches, just FYI. So looking at the back side, if you see, you have the heel joint right there that accommodates and eliminates the traditional big square rectangular neck joint block right here. So they have a cutout, and it's a sloping towards the neck right here, where underneath the neck plate is concerned. So it definitely accommodates a higher fret access a lot easier. for those of you that play up here. And the black body finish right here, if you look really close, and I'm gonna assume my camera is not gonna be able to pick up, but it has like a copperish metallic paint job underneath. So it's not just regular black that you're seeing. So I actually love the color, minus I thought it was gonna be like the telly, but it's okay, I'm all right with that. And then Fender branded locking tuners on the back. Just overall, just lovely put together guitar. So those of you who've been watching my channel, you know that I, for the longest time, didn't really have a proper Strat in my collection. You know, I'm more or less of a 80s metal kind of a child, so, you know, a lot of guitars that I own are like a hair metal or like real hard stuff. Some of my favorite guitars include like the Children of Bodom Alexei Laiho guitars, and you know, I got a lot of Jacksons and Ibanez guitars and ESPs. You know, got Dave Mustaine covered, I got James Hetfield covered, I got Kirk Hammett covered in my collection. So, you know, Strat isn't something that I'm really keen on. I have not been keen on, but 2019 was a really weird year where I got into telly a lot, and the Strat, I've been wanting to get a proper Strat for, you know, majority of 2019. Lo and behold, like late fall, maybe early fall of this year, I was actually eyeing the American made Elite series of a Strat. And I almost knew what color I wanted to get and all that good stuff. But then Fender put out this ad kind of teasing that they have a new guitar coming out. And, you know, let's face it, Fender doesn't really do stuff outside of their bread and butter. Unlike Gibson that keeps putting out weird looking crap, Fender tries to stick to their guns. And, you know, although you do have stuff like Vintera, you do have like a Meteora and alternate universe, whatever. So they do try to venture out to satisfy some of the up and coming younger generation. But let's face it, Telly and Strat is where it's at with Fender. So I kind of figured I would wait. I mean, if I've gone 10, 15 years without a Strat, you know, what's the hurry? So I waited, and lo and behold, and they came out with the, they replaced the Elite series with the Ultra. So the Ultra has the noiseless pickup Gen 5, and you know, if you watch a lot of Fender Ultra reviews from different people, different stores and dealers, some of them will say the noiseless 5 Gen 5 pickups are somewhat a little bit EQ'd differently than Gen 4, and I think there was a reviewer who actually took the guitar apart, they flipped the thing over, and it showed the Gen 4 noiseless Gen 4 underneath the bobbin. So you know, question of whether this is really new generation pickup or not, I don't know. Now, I've gone into acquiring this Strat without any preconceived notion because I'm really not a Strat kind of a guy. I've didn't really own a proper Strat. I mean, I do have the Player series that I picked up in 2017 or 2018. And then I also picked up another Player series earlier this year, which I'll link right here. I teased it because I got that as a project guitar. And I'm done with that project. So I'm ready to shoot the video, which I will do sometime later on. So I haven't really had a proper Strat, so here I am with one, and boy am I happy with this guitar. Again, I didn't walk into this expecting one thing or another. I just wanted a proper American-made Strat that ticks all the boxes, basically. I didn't want a big headstock, so one of the other models was eliminated from the consideration, and you know, whatever else I forget. And I did want the humbucker on the bridge position. So, you know, and then set aside from the whole Texas T finish, even though it does have a metallic copper kind of a finish here, you know, black Strat, I mean, synonymous with what? Eric Clapton's Blackie, You have, who else plays Black Strat? David Gilmour. Let's see. And then not Black Strat player, but I mean, the history goes way back, right? I mean, Jimi Hendrix, Richie Blackmore, Yngwie. I mean, list goes on and on as far as, you know, basically who's who of rock history in terms of who plays Strat. And what I like about Strats, really, you know, again, I do own like a lot of Charvels and whatever, so it's not like I'm totally new to the world of Strat, because there's a lot of super Strat that has its root and base stemming from the actual Strat. And something about Strat that I really like is everything is so modular. It's very utilitarian. And that's where the genius of the design, I think, comes when Leo Fender did it. Literally, he did it right the first time. Me as an IT consultant, I do tell a lot of clients of mine that I deal with, do it once and do it right is literally my mantra wherever I go. And I think Leo did it right in his first try. If the neck snaps, you could just take it off the body, replace it with a different neck. If it warps, same thing. God forbid the radius doesn't suit you, then you go get a different radius neck and slap that on. No problem. I mean, and the pickguard, you don't like the pickups, you could just, 11 screws come undone and you just swap the pickups out and slap it back on. It's just very easy to maintain, and it's not like a Gibson Les Paul where something snaps and then it's a big pain in the ass to fix. Nothing like that. So many parts are interchangeable, and that's where I think the beauty of Strat lies, and as well as the original contour body, right? Funny enough, it doesn't say the original contour body logo right here, which I normally see. So the original belly cut right here, and the forearm contour. So there is no hard edge that's like digging as you have it strapped on and playing. The American made obviously will come with its price tag, and depending on who you ask, it's going to be either too high or you're not paying the custom shop money, so maybe that's where you draw the line. I don't know. The Mexican made right now, the Vintera series is going for like $900, and the Player series is like mid 600. So they do have Teles and Strats at different price points that may suit your budget and whatnot. And I believe even the American series, depending on what series you get, you may be able to get away from low 1,000. And especially if you especially if you go to the used market, you may be able to really walk away with a scorching deal on the US Strat. Me personally, I like the rosewood board, but I got this other Strat, my project Strat, on the rosewood finish. So this one being maple didn't really bother me, and the neck finish is just beautiful. I mean, it's so smooth, and it's not sticky because it doesn't have the polyurethane finish on there. Maybe this is nitro cellulose finish. I am not sure, so don't quote me on that. But the guitar itself, it's a tried and true Strat. I mean, you have it sitting down or you have it strapped on. It's like you coming home. It feels Strat. And that's another thing why the design stood the test of time, I think, because for a lot of people, and I reckon you're not going to find many people sitting down with the Strat and go, this is really uncomfortable kind of a feel. When you're sitting down, the guitar is like forwards this direction, whereas Les Paul, based on its carve, Les Paul actually sits like around here, but the Strat will sit right around here where it's natural as you're playing. This one, even though I didn't have the tremolo arm during my little playing sample earlier, does seem to stay in tune pretty well, which goes to show the nut is probably cut well, and there's no nut sticking out in terms of quality is concerned, and the fretwork is just absolutely spectacular. It is, I mean, even when you get a USA made Gibson, even though I don't know how it is in 2019 after the new regime took over, even with the fret nips, you were gonna find some fret wires hanging out on even US Gibson Les Pauls. But this Fender right here, I mean, the fret job is, dare I say, it's almost like PRS-like. It's just really well done. This, I got it from Sweetwater, so it did fly cross country, and out of the box it was in tune, and frets were not popping out, slicing my hand or anything like that. And the guitar is staying in tune well. Just overall, I could not be happier. And I don't think I'll be getting a lot of Strats, but you know, for my main Strat going forward, and this may be one of those heirloom pieces that I hand down to my kids, even if they're not interested in getting guitars. So I'm really in love with the Strat, and I do find myself, you know, listening to a lot more like the John Mayer type of thing. And I've been a big fan of Joe Bonamassa for a long time, even though he's mainly known to be a Les Paul player. But you've seen him plenty of times with Teles and Strats. As I get older, my musical taste is changing a little bit, and I think I do have a newfound appreciation for Strats, which probably helped a bit with my decision to acquire a proper Strat. In terms of how it's made, I mean, it's like I said earlier, it's a solid. The 5-way switches, it's very assuring. Each click is extremely assuring, and you can feel quality as you're flipping through, even compared to the Mexican Players series. Not that that one felt bad, but this one just feels even better compared to really good feedback and clicky from the Mexican-made Player Strat. And the knobs, one thing that do bother me are the plastic knobs on, expensive Strat. Maybe that's just something I will change later on down the road. But the cream color does go well. The cream appointments on the selector knob, the thingy, and the actual tone knobs and the volume knob, the creamy color definitely do go well with the overall aesthetics of this particular guitar. I think they have the Lake Placid blue one, which really looked nice to me too. But again, there you have it. The backside, same finish, which is class. I would have liked to have seen it kind of recessed, but I don't know if Fender does that with their Strats. I think it's always just kind of top mounted. You could argue that the way they did the heel carve here, and with the neck, the neck plate going as such to accommodate the higher fret access, it's been done. Other companies did this as innovation years and years and years ago, so they may be just copying that. But they stepped outside of their comfort zone and implemented this type of change for those that needed that feature, because that big huge block over here on traditional Strat, that does kind of dig and poke as you're going up and down. So really just overall very well put together Strat. I could not be happier, and just wanted to come on here real quick and show you the new gear and say hi to you again. This video is being shot on Sunday, December 28th or 9th, I forget, of 2019. So it's the last Sunday of year 2019. Most likely this will be the last video I put out in 2019. For those of you who are new to the channel, thank you for your time visiting, spending time with me. And if you like this kind of gear chat, I do not review any gear. I just talk about stuff a lot. So I lovingly call my videos guitar gear chat. So if you are into this kind of thing and you want to spend more time with me as I put out more content, please click on subscribe, hit the little bell notification so I can come see you every time I put out new content. And if you don't mind, hit the like button and leave a little comment. I love interacting with viewers and whatnot, because it helps me understand that I'm not just talking to ether in the land of no one, where you leaving a comment validates that I am actually shooting this for somebody to view instead of me just talking to my camera. So that's it for this episode. Again, it's been another mouthy episode. I really should play more and talk less and buy less and all that good stuff. You guys been awesome. I've been Triple G. Thank you for your time. You guys be good humans, and until next time, take care.